like to get more leads online? Well, today's prospecting pop-up is going to be talking about just that. We're going to be talking about proven strategies to get professional leads for your network marketing business. And we're going to talk about a really cool platform for a few minutes called LinkedIn. Anybody doing any prospecting on LinkedIn? If so, I want to know. Let me know in the chat. This year in the Network Marketing Inner Circle, my coaching program, we have actually committed to teach you how to become proficient in prospecting on every single social media site. And this month, we're talking all about LinkedIn, prospecting professionals, professional prospecting. And by the way, if you're looking for coaching, collaboration, and community, the Network Marketing Inner Circle is a place to be. So be sure you check it out at thenetworkmarketinginnercircle.com. I'm Sarah Robbins, a top network marketer, and I'm so excited for today's prospecting pop-up. Training in under 10 minutes. We're going to be talking to a top leader today in just a few minutes who was a professional herself, prospected on LinkedIn as a corporate executive. So you're going to hear her story, and my hope is in hearing it, you say, well, gosh, I need to be there too. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about how that conversation started, as well as why she joined network marketing. It's so good. And hopefully that's going to leave you with the confidence that you need to start those conversations with professionals over on LinkedIn, specifically about the opportunity. Now, before I introduce her, let me just quickly tell you why I love this concept of getting leads for the business on LinkedIn. Number one, it's an unsaturated market. Number two, it's where professionals hang out. So these people are the perfect place to prospect for your business because they've got a great network, but many are there seeking opportunity. They're open to it. So it's not offensive when you reach out to it. That's what they're there on LinkedIn actually looking for. It allows you to really expand your network beyond family and friends. And as I share in the inner circle, it's really about starting conversation, right? Finding a commonality and a reason to connect, and then seeing if people are open to opportunity as you expand your business into their market, and then taking that to really booking a discovery call. So whether you're posting strong opportunity posts or connecting with people in the DMs, it is a place to be if you're sharing opportunity. As you know, as network marketers, we service two things: a product and an opportunity. And by the way, people need opportunity now more than ever before. This, in fact, is how today's guest was introduced to her opportunity back when we were kind of going through that recession. She's here today to tell us a little bit about her story. She's now a top leader in her network marketing company. I'm so excited to welcome Rose Gallo-Rojas. Hey, Rose, how are ya?
Hey, Sarah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Listen, I'm so excited for you to be here today because your story is the infamous story that I share in my book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And you get to share your own story today. But first, I think this is so cool. You know, when we were just on the inner circle session about LinkedIn, I saw you put in the chat, hey, that's actually how I was prospected, like you, right? Because the story in my book is how you prospected a professional. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this story, I think, is so cool about how you were approached. So tell us a little bit about that story, your story, and of course, more about just what attracted you.
Yeah. So I was actually a corporate VP for many, many years and for different companies. And I love my job. It was exciting. It paid me well. I was really loving it. I had a family, two daughters, my husband. And during the last recession of 2009, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. The company that I had been with for 8 years reorganized and I lost my job, like millions of successful Americans at the time. And I didn't see it coming, Sarah. I honestly thought, good employees were supposed to be, taken care of, and that I would just retire and, go off into the sunset. Right. And when I lost my job, I felt shame. I thought, what am I going to do now? What are people going to think? And I felt sorry for myself for 24 hours. And I then decided, you know what? If I really stopped to think about it, my job was way, just really getting the best of me. It was 70-hour weeks, nonstop. And so I just decided, there's something better out there. And of course, where did I turn to first was LinkedIn, because like you
Wow.
said, that's where the professionals hang out. And I was just looking for my next opportunity, and a complete stranger posted something that caught my attention, and I thought, I'm just going to look into this. And when I did, and I found out it was network marketing, I thought, well, I don't know anything about network marketing, and do people actually make money there? And the more I explored it, the more I realized just how lucrative this could be. Because my goal now at this point was, well, I'm not going to go back and work for corporate America, right? That's not safe and secure. I want to find something that I could work for myself and make my own way. And I fell in love, and I've never looked back.
I love that. And, I think about how powerful that story is because, of course, we're in uncertain economic times now. And much like LinkedIn, right? We have a reverse economy in network marketing, which means our business does well when the economy is soft. Why? Because of the opportunity piece, right? We service product and opportunity. So people are looking for opportunity now more than ever before. So now really is the time to be sharing our story, right? And to be posting those powerful posts, to be reaching out to people. It's simple as finding a commonality, a reason to connect, and then seeing if they're open to opportunity. So I love that. So I want to just shift into the infamous story now for a moment, because we're talking about professional prospecting. That really is the focus of our series in the inner circle and also in our prospecting pop-up here today. The story in my book, I talk about the $50 million woman and my $50 million mistake, right? The mistake I made of
Mhm.
passively prospecting, which if people don't know the story, it goes something like this. Rose and I both knew somebody, right? We knew somebody who was a common connection, and she is a professional. And I made the big mistake of passive prospecting. I'm like, surely if she's interested, she's going to see one of my posts on social media. But Rose, you reach out to her in a very
Mhm.
professional way. So tell us
Mhm.
your side of the story, how you reach out to Stacy, another professional, so powerfully.
So, I got to the point, I was about a year into my business at this point. And I got to the point where I thought, well, I'm going to just start talking to people that have lots of connections, that are already successful. And I reached out to somebody that I knew from my corporate job, and I just said to her, hey, I started a new business, and I'm not sure you're going to be interested or not, but I know how well connected you are, how successful you are, how good you are at what you do. And I'd love to share with you what it is that I'm doing, to see if it's something that you might be interested in. And if nothing else, you might know someone this would be perfect for. And I was intimidated, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, because
Me too.
like you, Sarah, right? I just thought, she doesn't need more money, or she's so busy already. But I was really pleasantly surprised, because she was ripe for something new and something different, because she had two little children at home, three little children, a set of twins, and another daughter that she barely saw because she was working so many hours. And when I explained to her this leveraging model, because she's a business person, because she was a businesswoman, that light bulb went off, and she was
Yeah.
like, I'm interested, So it was great. And then obviously the next day we saw you, and you realized what the mistake had been, right?
I realized the mistake. And by the way, that's the story that I share in the book. I'm like, in walks Stacy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the girl that I've been hoping and praying that she saw my social media post walks in the door. She sees a vision. I'm the guest speaker. She joins the team and she becomes the number one recruiter in the company. Now, good on you, Rose. And of course, right, I only learned those expensive mistakes once. Now I just think like, risk or the reward. The worst thing that's going to happen, they're going to say, no, I'm not going to die. I've yet to die doing this.
Mhm.
And the dream come true is they become a power leg and a power leader and a power partner in the business. And so, guys, I hope you hear two things here from Rose. And Rose, congratulations on your tremendous success building a multi-million-dollar sales organization. It is so powerful, your story. But I hope you hear two things. A corporate executive who said, I recognize opportunity, right? When I see one. And so now that things are shifting, you imagine Rose, right? Like there's a Rose right now who's looking for opportunity. And we have an untapped market waiting on LinkedIn right now. So many of you are going, I don't want to bug family and friends. And you're messaging people on Facebook and Instagram. It's not to say that you can't do that as well, but here's a whole pool of people that are professionals. They have great networks like Rose to be able to reach out to people like Stacy and build a powerful sales team with you, right? They've got the network, but they're on the platform for networking. So Rose, I mean, it probably wasn't shocking or insulting when somebody reached out to you for opportunity, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, she actually just posted something. I mean, that's the
Ah,
beauty of LinkedIn, right? That you can just be scrolling through and see something that catches your eye. And so she was a complete stranger. And once I understood the channel, once I understood this thing called leverage, and let's be honest, the most successful, the wealthiest people have leverage behind them. That's really the way to build wealth. And I just thought, there's something here that I really need to look at. I cannot be afraid of it any longer. I have to just really explore it because it was compelling.
that is so powerful. And guys, let this be a powerful reminder to you to go where the professionals are, right? Where it's not foreign to talk about opportunity, or even if they were to reach out to you, right, Rose? Because it's like you're there to network, you're there to hear about opportunity. That's what LinkedIn is all about. But remember, as you're doing those powerful posts, as Rose is talking about, it's really leading with the business, right? And really creating those powerful prospecting posts. I mean, this is such a powerful story. The other thing that I want you to hear is this: don't make the costly mistake that I did, being passive in your prospecting. Reach out professionally, right? Because you just never know what people will do or who they can lead you to. Rose, I just want to thank you so much for sharing your story on our prospecting pop-up today. Who enjoyed hearing from Rose finally in person? You've read her story for now. I retell her story for years about the one who got away, right? And the one that I was so scared to contact, and Rose did. And again, risk versus reward. There's
Yeah.
Rose.
And if you don't reach out to them, someone else will.
That's right. Why not now? And why not you? Rose, thank you so much for
Thank
your time here
you.
today. I so appreciate it. And guys, your call to action is this. Number one, get in on LinkedIn, right? Create a profile, create those powerful posts, start those prospecting conversations. Don't make the mistake of being passive. Use the language that Rose used, saying, I've got an opportunity. It's expanding. Would love to share it with you. And if not for you, maybe you know somebody it would be great for. And for all of you listening today, if you need help with this, the language, the process, make sure you check us out at thenetworkmarketinginnercircle.com, and you can get the powerful replay that we just did on LinkedIn, but some amazing professional prospecting workshops that are coming up. Again, we've made the commitment this year to help you to become proficient in prospecting on every single social media site. And we're starting this month on LinkedIn. Now, who enjoyed today's free prospecting pop-up? Your training tip for today, make sure you share the takeaways in the comments below. And don't forget, whether you're listening live or on the podcast, click the share button to share this episode with a friend. Because remember, as always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. With that, happy prospecting, and we'll talk to you soon. Rock on.